Basically, we're live, we're rolling. We're here in studio. We got SheGo, we got hella squad in here. Everyone, we're gonna introduce everyone once that time comes. But it's I'm glad to be back. It's been a little while, been quite a little, for a little bit building the channel and whatnot. But I'm glad we're back. We got SheGo Turbo live in the studio.
Sir.
Can we get a round of applause for that?
Sir. So basically, yeah, just go ahead, introduce yourself and just explain to the people who don't know who you are. Just give them a little, just
Who
a little
is SheGo
spiel, a
Turbo?
little rundown, basically what you are, what you're about, all that stuff.
Cool. Yeah, so I'm SheGo, female artist, female up-and-coming artist from the Chicagoland area. You know what I'm saying? Shit, I love making music. I be cool in it. And yeah, I'm just cool. I'm glad to be here with y'all. You feel me? I'm with the gang. You know
Awesome, yeah.
House
It's good to be back. It's like I said, it's been a little while. I was figuring out who to get in for the next rotation, but I mean, I feel like it's only fair we get you in just because of the prior history and all that. Because a lot of people don't know like before we even met each other, we had music in the works that we didn't even we we linked
plan that shit.
right, we linked up through
Really?
music before, yeah.
That's crazy.
So it's a long story, but I met Moreno Eric through Bebe Sancho, and we linked up. We started making music. We were making beats. I had a spot at the Music Garage at the time. And we were just we would go there and we would just kick it and just make beats, rap and all that stuff.
Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah, I know it was
crazy,
dope. It was
long
the spot.
time.
So me and him, we just were collabing on a beat, and then I think he exported it or something, but somehow we both had the same file or whatever. We had we both had the beat. So me and my brother recorded a version, and then I guess you and someone else recorded a version to the song.
Yeah.
And then I forgot. It was so long ago. I don't even remember how we came about finding it. But we ended up yo, that's we used that beat too. We made a song out of that. And then through that we ended up linking through that and just building the connection there and stuff like that. So it's always, and we would always see each other at events and stuff like that.
Shit,
So and just from that the connection was there and
Always
stuff.
mutual,
So that was cool. And then just over the years of just working with the same people, it's just the relationship's been building that way too. And so I wanted to talk a little bit too, because I know you've been doing a lot of work besides just making your own music. I seen you were doing a lot of that the social works and the open mic and stuff like that. Do you still do that stuff?
Yeah, I still do.
How did you get into that? If you want to use that mic right there too,
cool.
it'll be
Testing. You hear me good?
Perfect, yeah.
All right, cool. Yeah, so I got into social works because it's crazy when I first even heard of Chance the Rapper and shit. I fucked with his music, and I was just dang, this dude hard. I want to support this dude, anything he do type shit. So just listening to him when he first started and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
I'm dang, man, I hope I could meet this dude one day. Just
right.
kind of speed it into existence. And then I remember my homie sent me a flyer, and she was just yo, I remember how you told me that you rock with Chance the Rapper. He's doing an open mic downtown. You should go.
Right.
And that was when I was going to school on the north side or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
I was going to school in the city and shit. And so I saw it. I'm oh, bet I'm finna skip my last 2 classes. I'm finna head up down there. You feel me? Get that early early arrival shit. So I went the first time and I missed it because it had got sold out or not sold out, but just over crowded. They couldn't take no more seats. But then I went the second time and I got in there. And so I ended up meeting them and seeing them and shit like that. And it was just it was completely different. Because around that time, I want to say that was what? That was 3 years ago. So it's the open mic scene wasn't too popping or anything that. It was kind of just really getting out, at least for me. You know what I'm saying? And you know what I'm saying? Being over here. So I went and shit, and I just loved it. And I kept going back. So I ended up talking to Chance the Rapper's assistant. And I was just like, damn, I'm about to graduate. Like, and you know, it's only for high school students. And they're like, oh, yeah, you can't come back if you graduate and shit. So I'm like, damn, like, how can I come back? Like, you feel me? Like, I was sneaking that bitch, too, at the same time. Because I'm like, gee, I don't want to stop networking. Because each time I would go back, I would meet, like, 5 more people. Boom, boom, that's 5 more followers. Like, you know what I'm saying? Just, like, steady connecting, steady networking shit. 100%. And then, like, his assistant was like, you know what? Since you keep coming back here and we like your energy, we like your positivity, like, we just going to let you be staff. And I'm like, dang, that's crazy. Like, I thought they were just going to give me, like, an unlimited pass to just keep attending. But they were like, I could actually work for them and, like, be a part of his actual organization and do anything they do.
Starting to go to these events and then working.
Literally, like, I basically grew up in it. I was at the very first open mic they ever had. So it's like I kind of grew up in there and just, like, took in the knowledge and started learning more and shit. Yeah, it was crazy. But, like, I still do it to this day. I love it.
So what, like, like, I mean, because, like, really, I've never been to one of those things. Like, what do you guys do? Like, what is it? Like, is it just, like, is there, like, a workshop, like a workshop or something like that? Like, what is it like that? Like, how do these things go down?
Yeah, so it's just, like, it's really almost like, if you think about it in a way, almost like a talent show. You know what I'm saying? It's just a place where they give high school students. Oh, yeah, I got you. Yeah, they give high school students a platform to come and just express their talent. So whether you was a dancer, we had people in there who was comedians, violinists, musicians.
That's great.
Yeah,
so
all
it
type
was
of
just kind
stuff.
of like a big, almost talent show.
Literally just like a big talent show for you to just come. And not only, the dope thing about it, though, was, like, it was Chance the Rapper having it. And he would actually be there judging and critiquing.
Like in person.
Yeah, I'm talking about in person.
That's very important as far as giving back to the community, too.
Yeah.
Because then you're even showing that you care about the youth. And then especially when it's from, you said it was a high school?
Yeah, it was only for high school students.
Of course. That's awesome.
Yeah, so he was, like, critiquing them and, like, everything like that. So it was, like, it was kids from all over. So it was, like, motherfuckers like me from this side of the burbs. You had motherfuckers coming as far as Indiana. I remember some motherfucker told me, she was like, I drove cross state from Tennessee to come see Chance and perform for him. I'm like, it was really, really meant to something to kids. You feel me?
Awesome.
And it's, like, the dopest part about it, because when Chance was coming up, he was already rocking with so many people in the industry. He would bring out the most rawest, like, special guests. I remember the first special guest was King Louis, and I was going crazy because I remember there was a time when I really fucked with King Louis, G. Yeah, and then a few times after that, he brought Kanye West. So it's just like, nigga, Kanye West is in a library performing for a bunch of high school students. Like, that shit was the most legendary thing ever. It's like literally me right here, Kanye right here. You know what I'm saying? And then now that I'm staff, like, I got to be on stage with Childish Gambino and shit like that. So it was just some crazy ass, like, experience, like, literally.
I wanted to ask too, like, how have you seen, like, how did you see it grow too? Cause, like, from starting out, like, did they have any, like, guest celebrities at first, or like what like, how have you seen it, like grow as far as, like, you know, like, getting bigger? Cause, like, I feel like it's definitely like more known now that he's like did that whole, like, you know, open mic, that it's, you know, strictly for high school students and stuff like that. So, like, how have you seen it, like, grow as far as, like, just, like, getting bigger and, like, even, like, impacting more people and stuff like that?
Yeah, I definitely seen it grow. Like, number one, he has been doing guests since, like, the beginning. Like, that was something that was just, like, always his thing. And I feel like that's what made his open mic different than any other mic, like, ever, like, open mic, like, ever. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, I heard from somebody that, like, what he was doing was, like, nobody else was doing that in the U.S., like, at all. Like, really how he was doing it. So I thought that was super crazy, too. So he was doing it. He been had special guests coming. And then it's just, like, from all the kids going and posting and, you know, him tearing up social media, I feel like it just gained the attention of a lot of people, because it's like,
organically, too.
Exactly.
Because it was something very authentic, and I feel like that's a beautiful thing.
Right. And you got to think about it, too. Chance was still on the come up, too, because, like, that was around the time when I think he didn't even get to, like, his second album. So Acid Rap was just already flooding the streets. You feel me? And then, like, Save Money and all them motherfuckers.
Like, one of the good things, too, or, like, just, like, about him is, like, even before he got to a big position, he was already trying to, like, help the city and help kids and, like, help just, like, put people in better positions and stuff like that, too. Go ahead. In the mic real quick.
Say it in the mic.
Turn around.
In a sense, it just gave a different perspective of just music in Chicago, too, because you got to understand, like, at the time, drill rap was taking over.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So when Chance came over, it was cool to be weird again.
Right.
know what I'm saying?
Let
So,
people open up. Give a little shot who you are really quick. Let people
what's
know.
up, man? I'm Chris LaShawn, man. I represent the Safehouse. You know, these are all the members and shit.
Let's take the
Yeah,
time
I
right
was
now.
gonna say,
Let's go around too, because
This is
made
the
Soul
one
Train
and
line,
only-
baby.
right. I made the camera bigger so we don't
One and
exclude
only
everyone.
Dezo, you know, the prettiest brown skin nigga, you know,
We see you, Turbo. We see you.
slash artist, influencer, you know.
You did. Shouts
The
out
whole thing.
Dezo.
It's your boy. Nah. My name Cloud. You know what I'm saying? Made a safe house with the gang. And you know what I'm saying?
Let them know where to find you too. Like, flip the mic. There you go.
Alright, so if you want to find us on Instagram, it's Safehouse773. If you want to find us on Twitter, it's as well Safehouse773. All you gotta do is look it up. You'll find everybody. I'm retweeting all the guys' shit all the time, so you'll find every member on the page
Facts.
all day. You know what I'm saying?
Everything you need.
We got all types of people. We got cooks, we got artists, producers, engineers.
Yes, sir.
You know what I'm saying? So yeah,
Graphic
check
art,
in,
all
check
that
in.
shit.
What's going on? I'm saying David Silva, aka Good Morning David, / Silva. You feel me? You know what I mean? Shit.
Stack Silver.
Big safe house shit. / Silva.
Oh, my bad.
Duce
Slash Silver, I
Demon.
think it's
You
Stack.
feel me? We're super deep.
Yeah,
But
there's
we traveling light right now.
facts.
This is like, yeah, I mean.
Yeah, we don't wanna-
that's
we don't-
not even
we're not-
half. This is like a. It's
Definitely
like a
not
fifth.
trying to make anyone
Like a
feel left
fourth.
out. We just,
deep. We coming for everybody next. You know what I'm saying?
Definitely.
On God.
So what's up, man? Is this the right side?
There you go.
That's the right side. All right, bet. Shit, 9K, man. Pretty much just with the safe house. Slime balls, you know?
Facts.
Shit, just fine. Yeah. You already gave the safe house information, right?
Facts. Yeah.
I mean, that's it. That's pretty much it. We just doing this podcast shit.
Right.
We gonna show you more producer shit.
Right.
We really need to do the beat battle shit.
Right. No, that's another thing too. Oh
My
shit.
guys versus your
I'm gonna
guy.
have to fix the lighting now too.
And
One
that's a
sec.
fact.
But let's go into
Barely half a
like
team.
how did you while I fix the lighting really quick because we just the light just decided to help us really quick. How did you how did you meet all of Safe House? Like who did you meet first, and then how did you how did that happen?
Yeah, so it was kind of crazy. I always had them like on social media, some of them. I know I had I think I had Dezo for a while. I think I had seen Cloud before. I always been a mutual friend of like Chris LaShawn, but also Eddie Vega. I met Eddie Vega through this other dude who was like making music, and we ended up like both going to his show or whatever. And we met through like this female who like we both knew and we both like hung out with. And I guess like she showed me his music and she showed him my music. So then, we just kind of like linked a little more on social media, everything like that. And we would always talk about we got to make music. Like we should like get on something. And I remember we talked about it for probably like months. And damn near years, you know? We're like, man, when we gonna get up?
Yeah.
So then we finally got to around like, all right, you know what? Like, bet this is for real. Like I seen him making moves, like going crazy, dropping music. Like, you know, he saw
So
me
it's
going
something
crazy.
that you guys
He was like,
had
all
to
right,
do.
if it's
Yeah.
gonna happen, it needs to happen now.
ASAP.
So we finally, is this right side? I don't even know. Oh yeah.
There you go.
So we finally we decided to link up, book the 8-hour session with Moreno back when he was in a garage. You feel me? Before he even got this dope spot.
That's out Moreno.
Yeah, and then we made back and forth, and one day I met 9K. He pulled up all the beats. Motherfucking Cloud pulled up. Dezo pulled up. I think
Yeah.
D-Mac and Danny Wicked, I think they were all there. But like literally, like y'all could ask all three of them. Me and Eddie made that tape in one night.
That's
One
crazy.
8-hour session, like
Now,
five,
if I'm not mistaken,
5 songs. Like 9K was just pulling up super
I
fire
was just
beats
saying,
and like
it was all strictly produced by 9K.
literally
correct?
9K produced every single beat. Moreno
single
mixed it,
song.
mastered it, all
Where
of that.
where can we find the EP?
EP back and forth still on SoundCloud on the Safe House official page. That's the crazy part too. It got dropped on the Safe House official page, so it's like that's when I really just kind of got like solidified with them, and then I kind of like met all the other members later, like Trab, David, all them.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
Hey, get in the mic. Give him the mic.
This is the right side?
There you go. With the coloring. Yep. There you go.
Alright, bet. So yeah, basically, Nah, as soon as you made Back and Forth, I came back. I was like, I just met this girl. She cold as hell. Her name Turbo. Or SheGo Turbo. I'm like, all right, bet. And they started talking about, man, let me hear some music. I played them the Back and Forth shit. They was fucking with it. So, like, really, after I met her and Moreno, I could tell right away, like, they cool people. You feel me? So it's like, everything just came together pretty, like, naturally and shit.
That's
Authentically.
raw. That's awesome. I was gonna ask too. That's funny because I'm gonna like sidetrack a little bit too. How did you formulate your name too? Cause
Exactly.
I
Every
know
artist
with the
has
people
that's the biggest thing.
When I met you, you're under a different name. You know what I mean? I ain't
swear.
trying to throw you on no.
Oh, don't even know what they talk about. That motherfucker died.
But
Deal.
no, but what
The name was Shim Slack Shit Black.
You did.
That's what it was.
Right. I didn't want to draw. I was like, but what
That's
what made
crazy.
you like solidify this name as far as
it was crazy, you know, like that year, like first of all, I was in a whole different music situation. I was in a group, I was signed, you know what I'm saying? Like I was dealing with like some major people in the game, you know what I'm saying? Like shit was like completely different. Like I was literally taking like a completely different path in life, and that wasn't even my first deal either. That was like my second one, which is crazy. I already been through 2 deals already in my life. And but like it was just, I don't know, I felt like I was not only like becoming a new person, but like just kind of really get into the root of finding myself and like being comfortable with like not giving a fuck of how people perceive me.
Right.
Yeah.
So like that's when I was just like, you know what, like I need to change my name, because like when I first made my name, I feel like I was doing it just because of the fact that like I wanted to keep up a image, like the image that I was told needed to be like
Who you-
for female rappers like me, you know?
Yeah.
Like it was just like a
Yeah,
lot
yeah.
of people putting different like seeds in my head, and I was just like, damn, like is this really me? Like is this really like the type of shit like I want to do? And I'm just like, man, you know what, I know like I'ma really start not giving no fucking doing what the fuck I really want to do once I change my
On
name.
Turbo.
Because I'm like, once I change my name, like that's me, like that's my face, that's
Yeah.
my brand, and that's it. So
Right,
that's
right.
like once I changed it, like I fully just like I went full form
Fully
and like
embraced it.
you feel me, activated the perk, you know what I'm
Right.
saying? No, I'm just- but no, real talk. And then yeah, I just started taking this shit, and I just really started hitting the gas on stuff, and just really, you feel me, started doing what I want.
That's awesome. Now I wanted to ask you too, cause like we're gonna shift more into like more like questions now, just so that people
Cool,
can
cool.
get to know you and stuff too. So like, how did you first like start making music? Have you like always been involved in music, and like just how did you like like I said, get involved into music, and then more so like just like how did it evolve into where it is now?
Right. Shit. I got into music watching my OG. My mom like was a singer and everything like that.
Right.
So I just really took after her. I always wanted to, just wanted to sing like her and just wanted to do it. My older brother also was like a rapper, and I remember like when I was young, he had rented out a bunch of studio equipment and brought it to our crib, and he was recording his own music in his basement. Like he was making mixtapes on mixtapes and like albums in our basement.
awesome.
And I was just like, dang, like that's super raw, because like I was always a music head. Like my whole family musically inclined. Like I got family like on the gospel network singing, like
Right.
you know what I'm saying, like
Right.
really like doing this music stuff.
Right.
So it's like music has always been in my blood. It's always been something that's a part of me. And at first I started writing poetry. Like I just really loved expressing my feelings
Right.
through it. And that's like kind of how it started. It was just like me expressing myself and like trying to give myself a positive outlet to really just get out certain feelings and emotions. Then like I said, my brother was rapping. I remember he literally made me like hop on a track with him one time. He was just like, no, like I need you to sing. Like I be hearing you sing, you gon' do it.
Right.
And at first I was scared. I'm like, man, nah, this I don't
Do you
know.
remember how old you were when he had asked you to hop on the track?
I was probably like 12.
12?
I think. Yeah,
Right.
I think I was 12 when I first
A
actually
tween.
like hopped in the. Yeah, like when I
Experience,
first
yeah.
actually heard myself in a studio mic and like actually recording and like having to go back and redo stuff. Yeah, I was like 12. And then I put my first song out on YouTube when I was like 14.
14?
Yeah,
awesome.
and it was a remix to like
That's
some
awesome. That's cool.
to some Diggy Simmons shit. One of
Diggy
Red
Simmons?
Run Sons.
At that point, did you know that when you had released your first song, or even when you recorded the song with your brother,
Yeah.
did you at what point did you actually think to yourself like, this is what I'm going to do?
Yeah, when I put that song out on YouTube when I was 14, that's when I knew.
You were just like,
because
this
I
is
put
it.
it out, right, and it was like back then it was really only like I want to say like MySpace was kind of like ending, Facebook was like kind of starting. I was
Yeah,
I was
right.
always on Twitter, which is crazy.
Okay.
But like I put it out and I put it on like my Facebook and I sent it to like hella friends, and they're like, "Damn, this is cool! Like you make music, huh?" Like I was like, "This is dope! Like I see you getting somewhere," and it's just like crazy. Like of course those are like your friends and they gonna
Yeah, of
you know
course.
give you words of
Yeah.
encouragement.
100%.
They gonna gas you up regardless.
They
But it
got
was
to.
like
If they
it made
not,
me feel
then
like,
what are they
damn,
doing?
like I
Yeah.
could really do this shit. Like I just put
Exactly.
out a song. It's on the internet. Like what? I was like,
everybody
bet
to hear.
for everybody to hear. I'm like, this is my voice being played back. Like
Yeah.
what the heck? It was the craziest feeling, bro. And it's like back in those times, since it wasn't so common.
Yeah.
It like I was getting a lot of like recognition for it because they like, damn, you bold, like
Yeah.
and that shit was
You doing-
looking back. I'm
yeah.
like, damn, that shit was garbage.
Hey, can we still find that song
Hell
on
nah,
YouTube to this day?
hell nah, hell nah.
Awesome.
It's
Only
gone.
motherfucker who gonna find that is Narwhal.
Now, was there any point of time?
Come see me.
It's like I'm waiting.
Interview coming soon, Nardy.
So after the moment where you knew that this is something that you wanted to do, like of course there had to be some type of conversation with either you or your family. And when you had told your family that this music is what you really, really want to do, how did they react? Were they supportive or were they kind of on the edge? Because of course it's a big, big risk that people take as far as when it comes to making music.
Another
Yeah.
part to that too. How far along, like in your journey, like as far as your music career? Because I feel like, I would hope not everyone just decides to just
Oh, this is for me.
just put all their eggs in one basket,
Of course.
right away, So how far along into it where you're like, all right, this is what I want to do, and then
Yeah.
going into more of that, like what was the reaction that you got?
My parents, they were supportive, but they just wanted let me know like I hope you have a plan B, like just in case,
If
you
it
know what I'm
doesn't
saying. So
work
they were
out.
just like, yeah, they were like, if that's what you love, then cool, you know what
Yeah.
I'm saying. Just like make sure like you covering your ass and like you know what I'm saying.
Having a
you still
side,
remembering that
yeah,
like
of course.
the real world still goes on and like you got to work your way up before you really seeing them bags. They just like on top of
Big
that.
facts.
What was the other question? Oh, how far along?
Right, like how far along, like were you, like making music for like 5 years, like out of high school? That's when you
Yeah,
decided to do it. Like like when, at what point in time were you like, decide to like take it fully serious?
Serious?
Mhm.
7th grade.
Okay, so
7th
really,
grade.
really early on.
Yeah, really early on because I was putting music out consistently at that point.
Okay.
So it's like I had linked up with a kid who had like just bought his first studio equipment and was just like, I'm about to start engineering. And I'm
Right.
like, okay. I'm like, well, I like to write, so maybe I could record
Do-
at your
yeah, of
place.
course.
And so like I would go to Brandywine, which is like, you feel me? You from the
If
Villa
you're
Park
local
area,
to
you know
Villa
where
Park, you know
Brandywine was.
exactly where B-Wine
You
is.
know exactly where Brandywine was. So I went up
Exactly.
there and I would record with him. And we would put out some songs and stuff. And then like kids in middle school, they like, dang, like they own that. And that was middle school, you feel me? So it was like, I felt like, damn, like I'm really like touching motherfuckers because they actually
Yeah.
listening to this shit and telling me like
The
about
pot-
it.
the
You feel me?
feedback.
The feedback. And I'm like,
It
okay.
never lies. Whatever. Yeah, it never,
Yeah.
never lies.
Plus, I already saw the progress within each song. So it was like
That's
that was
important,
just fueling
the
me to like
growth.
even want to do more because I'm just like, gee, like I'm barely just getting started. Like I don't even really know all the stuff I could do yet. Like I'm still
Of
learning my
course.
voice, learning myself. So I'm like, I don't even know
Getting
everything I could do
experience.
on a track yet. You feel me?
Were there any times where like you started to like question things, like
Oh,
where
yeah.
it got
Having
tough?
self-doubt.
And
It's
like,
only
we were,
natural,
like,
to be
you know,
honest, especially when it
like,
comes to making music.
Everybody goes through that shit.
Oh God.
Preach.
God.
Let's go.
There you go.
But man, everybody got to go through that shit because all of us are masters of our craft. You know what I'm saying? So like, even to this day, we've been making music for almost like 10 years solid now. So it's like even to this day, we still go back and be like, all right, is that shit hot? If niggas vote in the room, that shit's not hot. We going right back in the booth and clearing that shit
Facts,
up. You know what
yeah.
I'm saying?
100%.
No,
So-
I think that's necessary too, cause like that'll keep you on your toes, to where you're not like you start like
And then
making subpar content because like you got a big ego and you're like you feel like everything you're doing is good. And
Yeah.
Well,
and
it's all about trying to master just everything in between. You know what I'm saying? Going to work, being a fucking human. You only live once. You know what I'm saying? You still got to conquer everything in between before you even think about music. So at
Facts.
the end of the day, you know what I'm saying? Like you got to how our parents be on our ass and shit talking about you got to be an adult. So
Yeah,
so
100%.
that's really
Right.
what it is. And then at the
Right.
same time, you got to follow the vocation in your head, where it's like we already know, in a sense, like as individuals, we're all powerful as fuck. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? So when
Big
we
facts.
at that, when you go off the energy, it's everything works in between. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
because I feel like a lot of people forget like we're people too. Besides just being artists too, we got normal lives. We got shit that we deal with too on a regular basis. To where a lot of people just see all the good parts. They don't see like
The final product.
internal struggles or
Yeah.
whatever that
Yeah.
we go through to like
look,
the battles. and
look,
shit.
man. People don't see that. Nobody ever sees the struggle in between. They only get like, you gotta understand, like, even when it comes to music and shit, like when it comes to like dropping an album or some shit, people don't see the in between, the hard work and
All the songs that didn't
hours,
make the album as
all
well.
the hours that you put in before you even get that
100%.
shit. So it's like you're packaging up a product that's presentable to the world. It's like, when we're done with our product, we're like finally. But in a sense, it's like when you look back on it, you're like, you get a happy fucking feeling from the shit.
Yeah.
You're like, damn,
It's
like
an
damn,
accomplishing feeling.
I can't, like, even when you think about the back and forth tape, like in a sense, in my head, I remember when that shit dropped. That shit's fucking legendary as shit to me.
It was, because just how it went about it was very authentic.
Yeah,
Very
and
authentic.
and it's a foundation for people to stand on, kind of thing.
That's awesome. And that's funny too. Like I don't I can't even remember like how long. When did you guys drop that? Like how long ago was
Back and
that?
forth.
Mm-hmm.
Wasn't it like
August
last
8th.
August?
Last year, August 8th.
Last year. Okay. Wow.
No, last August. I'm saying last year, but I haven't hit August yet. But August 8th.
Yeah, it's
It's
about to be the
oh, yeah,
anniversary.
it's about to be-
Shit! In
It's
what,
about
6
to be the
days?
anniversary,
Awesome.
1 year anniversary. We finna do back and forth too.
It doesn't like it
Ooh,
doesn't.
did she just
Right, be on
leak?
the lookout.
Dang, I spoke too fast.
Right.
Can't tell them it's on the way. They don't
God.
even know.
Yeah. What
Keep it low
what do you got? What do you got coming up too? Like as far as like music shows. Like,
Yeah, definitely.
Merch, whatever it is.
Yeah, I'm definitely trying to get more into merch stuff like that. I know it's just all gonna be like, the time just really gonna come. As of music, I'm definitely working on. I definitely got a decent little roster right now. You know what I'm saying? The songs that I got.
The
definitely
resume is there.
I definitely got another project coming, so you know what I'm saying. Got that going. Moreno on there. You know what I'm saying. You might hear some features. You might, you know what I'm saying.
Yeah. So
Some
out of
special
all the projects,
collabs.
the singles, do you have a
My
specific
favorite producers, all that.
Do you have a favorite song that you have dropped or that you have not dropped yet?
My favorite song right now is Sleeve and Big Body.
Have you
Sleeve on SoundCloud. Go get that. Oh, and it's on all streaming platforms.
Well, I was gonna say you just dropped a single too, or you just dropped a track recently within the last couple days, right? Okay.
Yesterday.
I was listening to trying to do a little research for the podcast and stuff like that. Because I want to transition more questions. Just so I want the people to get to know, if you could collab with anybody, who would you want to work with as far as like big name artists, local artists or whatever, like what, who's been on your mind recently as far as like artists, you think would be good to work with?
I know like in the future, I would love to collab with either Travis Scott, Young Thug. You know what I'm saying? Like I really look up to them a lot. I definitely want to work with like really everybody in the Safehouse. Damn near just be on a song with like each of them motherfuckers. You feel me? Scud, my boy Dez. Even if it's just they beats, you feel me? Like whether it's a verse, whatever, a beat. You feel me? Who else I'm fucking with right now on the scene? My homie Kilt Carter, he go crazy. I think he from the West Side. My homie, who else? My homie J Hype, she out in LA. She going crazy. But yeah, that's really it. You know what I'm saying? Other than that, yeah, I wanna put out more collective content with them. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, I got another tape coming, so yep.
That's awesome. And as far as your creative process, like take us down that road too. Like how do you go about like when you're in the studio or when you're going to make a song, like is it always I don't want to say is it always like, all right, I got an idea or whatever, because I know, you know, there's always those times where you just hear it be and you're like, you know, I got to
That
write something to it too.
spontaneous
But
vibe,
like,
yeah.
even at that point, there's always like some sort of method that people have, you know,
I
like
feel you.
some sort of creative process. Like what goes through your mind, you know, when you're making a song or trying to make a song?
Shit. I don't even know if it's like anything specific that go through my mind. I feel like it just be how raw the beat is. It's like if I hear a raw ass beat, I automatically just know what to say. And it's like half the time it be the first thing that come out my head, and then I instantly be like, bet, I got something, let me record. And it's like that's really how, like, because it's like through, like with that way too, you like just get through songs, and then like you just keep, like, you know what I'm saying, like just keep going and keep, like, you feel me, going on to the next one, going on to the next one. Like one thing I've tried to stop lately is like spending too much time on songs, because sometimes I feel like when I do that, I get tired of them, and then I'm probably not gonna want to put them out. I feel like when I
100%.
like first hear the shit, I'm with them or whoever, you know what I'm saying, doing that shit on the spot, boom, record. It's just like some of my best songs have come out that way. You know what I'm saying? So it's like that's really my creative process, is like going through a good pack of beats. Whichever one I hear sounds the best, I'll be like, boom, plug that one in. We finna record. And boom, we just be gone. But it's like at the same time, I don't consider myself a freestyler. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like I feel like I just write pretty fast. You know? So it's like I guess in a way freestyle, but like it's not like off the top, but it's like I'm hearing a beat and I'm writing it, like, because it's like, okay, Moreno will be making a beat, and by the time he done making a beat, I'll be done writing a song.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like it's not a freestyle, but at the same time, like I'm hearing it as he going, and like just like I'm already knowing like how this bitch going, I don't know how it's just gonna come out and how to just kill that. I don't know. It's I love to call it a gift, I guess.
Right.
Yeah.
So
No, that's awesome. So as far as like your influences too, like who's like someone or like people that you've like gained influence to, and then as far as just like look up to, and then like have inspired you to create, you know, music and go down the path that, you know, you've chose to go down, like, you know, just, you know, name some people and just, you know, why they've, you know, inspired you, what they've done that, you know, sparked the interest and stuff like that.
yeah, I definitely say, like, I feel like Thug inspired me because of the fact that, like, he's so different and has always been so unapologetic. And it's like I really like that because, like, he's always just had his own style, whether it be music or his fashion or just his persona and how he comes off as an individual. And it's like I really like that, you know what I'm saying? Like, especially to be like a black man, you know what I'm saying? Where like there's just so much statistic on how they supposed to be, how they supposed to present themselves. So it's like I love that, and I love that like a lot of motherfuckers hate on him too, and they just like, oh, he gay or like all this other shit. And I'd be like, nah, like.
Chill,
like
bro.
y'all need to chill. Like Thug is a bad bitch, and that's cool.
How do you feel the comparisons?
He a bad bitch.
Because a lot of people are
Thug
giving.
and Uzi a bad bitch.
What did you? Let me ask you. This.
Uzi's definitely a bad bitch, and we all know this.
Shouts out.
Thank you. Literally, Uzi the queen of rap. Like,
What did you
this
think?
nigga's a bad bitch.
Do you see that new Vic Mensa video where he dressed in the Confederate flag and was wearing all
It's
that
like 3 years sober, something like that.
I don't know. He just released
Yeah,
it.
yeah,
What-
yeah. I think that's what it was.
What were your? Because a lot of people are hating on him for
Really?
that. Yeah,
Vic
like
Mensa?
a lot. Like what are your thoughts on that too? Or on that? Like what are your thoughts on that? And then also like what do you think the difference is between like him doing that and then like stuff that Young Thug does?
I feel you. I didn't really see the video. I saw the preview, and I did see him in the dress, and it's just like, I mean, it don't mean nothing to me. I guess he was trying to make some type of statement. You know what I'm saying? And I know that, like, I don't know, like, I don't know
a
what
lot of
Vic.
people think there's like not like a deeper message, but like it's almost like he's like trying to say something.
Yeah, some like I heard some
reaching
people they're
out
like
little
it's a
bit.
cry for help or like
Right.
shit like that, and I'm like, I don't know, like, you know, like I know Vic just been taking like a whole different route, and he just, you know,
100%.
he
'Cause
just doing some different shit.
He was working it in that video. I was like, damn, this guy's a good actor. I don't know. I
I
don't
didn't
know if
even
this is
see the
acting,
video.
but I'm
I'm
just saying. But like,
Did not even click the video.
because like I don't know, like just like the difference between like doing that and like what Thug does. I feel like it's just like Young Thug. He's like more so on some like just expensive fabrics. Like, it's not even, like, a
Exactly,
dress,
literally,
you know?
that's
Like,
what
it's
it
just
is.
like just more just like fashion. You know
Oh
what
God,
I mean?
he got
Exotic
exotic
fabrics.
fabrics,
Right,
bro.
like
Yeah.
I don't know, like but and you know
What you think about Young Thug?
I fuck with him.
I love Young Thug.
King Spider.
I like him.
King Spider,
Lil Key,
King
the
Slime,
whole
Papa Slime.
YSL.
We love
So
him.
who? Oh, go ahead.
I was gonna say like Thug like influenced all these rappers today.
Yeah, I was gonna say. I wish somebody brought that up. There's a lot of.
Do you guys remember the
Speaker knockers,
the
Keith.
beginning comparisons of him and Wayne, where
Yeah.
people like were like, it was almost weird because when I first listened, I was like, they almost sound like. There's times where they was identical, where it sounded like really like I couldn't tell them apart. But
Really?
now,
I never.
Now
I
I could easily tell them apart. When I first heard, like, I could, like, it was on some, like, I thought it was like he was like biting Wayne or something like that. You know, that's what I first got from it when I first heard him. You know, there was a lot.
I
of,
never
like,
thought. I just
Wayne-
think that people.
I was gonna say, yeah, when he came out, like, I really started getting into him when he did the like the Rich Gang mixtape with him and Rich Homie Quan, and it's like I just thought that was the hottest duo ever. You know what I'm saying? So it was like that's when I like really caught on the Thug and like, you know, so I didn't really get to see like, I mean, no, I don't think he like Wayne, but yeah, nah, when he came out, that shit was fucking crazy. Like his shit was like him and motherfucking Rich Homie was going stupid, and I was just like, damn, like these niggas finna tear that shit, and they finna tear the game up type shit, and like I don't know.
Who else would you say like has, you know, that influenced you and inspired you and stuff like that? Like
Yeah, influenced me,
looked up
inspired
to
me.
you?
I mean, like, I definitely look up to like I look up to my OG, my mom. You know what I'm saying? Like, I love like the fact that like I'm around people who are, you know what I'm saying, just as driven as me and like are as passionate about music. And it's like that's why I feel like I really stuck with the Safehouse versus like, you know what I'm saying, like a lot of motherfuckers, just because it's like I love when being around people who have the same drive as me. You know what I'm saying? And like really putting like they genuine energy into it and like are actually supportive and like fuck with other motherfuckers and like not on no lame shit. Like, you know, like I'll be around a bunch of different ass like cliques, and I've never been the type of person to like just be like, oh, like this is my clique, I'm clicked up with these motherfuckers. You know, like I'm more so like making just natural bonds and relationships with motherfuckers.
Just
I don't really like to
wherever it
instantly
goes.
go in and claim some shit. You know what I'm
100%.
saying? But it was just like once I got around these motherfuckers, it was just super natural and like super supportive from day one. Like, oh, you raw, like bet, like I'm gonna push your shit. And I'm just like, bet you raw, I'm gonna push your shit too. And it was just like always that. And then like I just kept meeting more people, and I was just like, oh, y'all all really hang together and be with each other. I'm like, dope. Like I love that shit. I'm like, damn, like I damn near stay by y'all type shit. So it was like always, basically, you feel me? So it was like, yeah, I'm really inspired by that. You know, I feel like that's probably the main inspiration. Yeah, you know, and yeah, like, yeah, that's really it.
Right,
Truly,
no.
that channel, obviously Kanye, but that's more so getting into my top 5. You know what I'm saying?
Right,
But
okay.
my top 5 is people who I look up to and inspire me.
Let's get it. Who would your top 5 be?
Yeah, my top 5, I would definitely say, Travis, Young Thug. You know what I'm saying? Kanye. I fuck with Tyler, and Channel. Yep.
Awesome. That's awesome. I was gonna ask too, like as far as like the Chicago scene and then like bigger scene, like what are your goals as far as like what are you trying to do as far as like with your music? Who are you trying to reach? You know, what are you trying to do with it? You know, like what are your future goals?
Man, definitely want to just take it all the way. You know what I'm saying? Like, I want to travel more. You know what I'm saying? Like, do festivals and shit like that. But like, really just see the brand grow. You know what I'm saying? And like, be able to give platforms to, you know what I'm saying, like motherfuckers who also doing this shit just like me. You know what I'm saying? Like I want to get back into like when I had through my first open mic before. You know what I'm saying? Like just from being inspired from going to Chance's open mic. So it's like I want to get back into like shit like that, the live event and production scene and shit like that, and just be really like able to make a easier avenue for up and coming artists to get in and like be on bigger stages, because I feel like performing means so much to me. You know what I'm saying? And like how a motherfucker, like, you know what I'm saying, like how a motherfucker does, I don't know what it is about performing, but it's like I love it. And it's just like I feel like, you know, by performing and people seeing you, like you really building a good just following for yourself. You know what I'm saying? And like just networking in general. So it's like not even just performing, but just like networking and shit like that in general. So it's like with my music, I want to do that. Like as I'm, you know what I'm saying. Obviously, as I'm accumulating and like learning more shit. I want to just touch more people. I want to travel. I want to really just let motherfuckers get a piece of, you know what I'm saying, my mind and my life, and you know what I'm saying. It's like some of the shit I just can't really explain. But yeah, take care of my family, man. Have a good time with my friends. Like I don't want to enjoy this shit by myself. I want to have a good time with my friends.
100%.
Like, and you feel me? Everybody eats.
Right.
So
As he's eating those crunchies, everybody eats. I was like, he's going in right now on the crunchy oat and honeys, baby. Shout out Nature Valley.
And I wanted to ask you too. What are your thoughts on the Lala lineup, or as far as like, cause I seen like the last couple years in a row. I'm pretty sure you got figured out a way to get in. Finesse your way in there. You know, like.
Just know Lala security. You can't stop me. That's all I gotta say. Last year, y'all thought I wasn't gonna see Travis when he dropped Astro World, and he was headlining Lala. Y'all thought I wasn't gonna see that?
Right.
Stop playing with me.
Come on,
Instantly went up to that gate. Pew pew pew.
Right.
Gone. Stop playing. Out of there.
Hey, you saw what happened
This year?
today
I didn't really
with
see
Lala?
too much of the lineup. Bro, you saw that video?
I swear, that's what I was just.
That made
bring
me
up.
so mad. Hey, to the security dude who stopped my mans, you know who I'm talking about with the one.
The one leg, you know exactly who.
You dirty and you going to hell.
Saw everybody else, but him.
There's hope though. He got in.
He did?
Yes, there's a picture of him in the.
You might not
later.
be going to hell, but you still got some shit coming.
You bogus for that.
You
shit.
lucky my man's got in, but that was still bogus. Because if I would have saw him,
He's like, really me? Like,
I would have been like, hey, we finna let him through the front.
Literally.
VIP maybe. Because at least he was finna hop the gate. You know how dangerous that would have been?
He was willing to risk it all
He
with
was
one
willing to
leg and
risk
hop the
it.
fence. He needed to
He
be
was
in there.
committed, bro.
I
was
that.
trying to tell. I was trying to like, man, he should have gone first. Like, why? Why was he last?
The whole time he probably did go first. He just wasn't fast
I
enough.
was thinking the same thing. I'm like, why is he
Running
last?
up there, just like.
Oh my goodness.
He's like, hey, stop. He stopped
I
him
was
so gently.
blue.
Like,
I'm like, come on, don't do him like that.
so you planning on going, or what are you?
It's actually crazy because I was not planned at all for Lala this year. Like I feel like it just came out of nowhere. The fact that it was like it just started a day ago, 2 days ago.
I have no idea. I wasn't even looking at
I literally
Lala.
wasn't even ready. I feel like last year and the year before, like I knew when Lala was
Yeah.
coming in. Like I made sure, you feel me, I got up in there. But this year, I'm like, damn.
What made it different this year for you not to even, I wouldn't say care, but even be interested to know what day it starts? Was it the lineup?
Yeah, I don't think the lineup was that great. Like I did want to see. There was a few people I wanted to see.
We're just
but
gonna
it wasn't
say that
like last year
lineup
or the
was
year before where,
fucking
I saw a
weak.
good decent amount of motherfuckers. Like
Exactly. I
thing-
don't know.
The thing that I would give her credit for is it had a big, like, diverse lineup.
Yeah, it was very
Yeah,
diverse.
it was very that I did like.
A lot of
I
different
did
artists.
like I wanted to
between
see Childish. I'm not gonna lie.
Electronic
I wanted
artists,
to see Donald Glover. Man.
Right, a lot of rappers, different singers and stuff. So,
Yeah.
which I give them
And
that.
her. Oh my God, I wanted to see her too. Yeah, she was there.
Yeah.
Yo.
But I feel like does Chicago have like besides like
I know he likes
Pitchfork? They don't really have like a Rolling Loud festival. Like, do
I mean,
they,
besides Lyrical Lemonade, Summer Smash
exactly,
that just
that
did
was like the
Complex Con.
That was like the first one.
No, they got Pitchfork. They got I feel like it depends because it's just
like they're
there's
not
kind
as
of like
big though.
yeah. I was like there's like some decent sized shows. They're just like not super huge. So it's like you got to really kind of be on them.
It's like Summer Smash was big, but like he just like there's just not the biggest budget as there was compared to like
Yeah.
like those huge festivals that are like just like they got major promotion companies behind them and just like
Yeah, I feel like it's gonna get there though because it's like I could definitely like I went Summer Smash last year and then this year and I could definitely see like the difference.
the improvements.
Like not
and
only
stuff.
that, it went from 1 day to 2 days.
Yeah.
And
Right.
I'm just like, dang, next year I'm like they could probably get 3 days and it's just like that's even more artists. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So
And all that
it's
stuff
like-
takes time, even for like the production. Because didn't you actually go to school for the production as well?
Yeah, I
Exactly.
did.
It's-
I went to it was like a 8-week program for like live event setup and like production and stuff like that.
Fun
So I
facts
did,
about Turbo. You guys heard it here first.
man.
Turbo facts.
Yeah, this man came to my graduation when
Yes.
I graduated.
Her
I got
and
my
shouts out my boy
certificate and
50
all, he was
O'Neal as
there.
well. He graduated from that
Literally
John
graduated
too.
from live production setup. You know what I'm saying?
Yes,
like
ma'am.
I am a.
That wasn't even
licensed-
too long ago, was it?
Yeah, no, it
It
was
was
just.
like the winter, wasn't it?
Yeah, it
Or
was
was
like-
I tweaking?
No, I think it was in the winter. No, it was like last summer.
Was it summer?
I think it was last summer. Yeah, I'm not
Verified,
it's
though.
crazy. I forget already. But yeah, it wasn't too long ago.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
It's actually
That's
at Fort Knox.
Yep,
in
it was at Fort Knox
studios.
Studios.
Yeah, that's crazy.
What like was it? You said it was like an 8-week program or something, or what was so? And it's just like a certification and stuff
Yeah,
like that.
so it's like we got our forklift license, our OSHA license. We got we went through like different courses and stuff like that. So it's like now on our resume we can put like that we know how to do like rigging and live audio setup, like lights from different types of monitors and speakers to like
Which
set
is
up.
really
Like
cool,
I
too.
still remember a lot of it. So it's like they gave us gigs too afterwards. So it's like I remember I worked like this event at like these few clubs, stuff like that. Like helped them set up their sound system and stuff like that. So it was just like they put us through the courses and stuff, and then we actually did them. So it's like because that's another reason why I was at Fort Knox, so
Yeah.
we can practice in there, because they got all the equipment there.
Right.
You know what I'm
Everything.
saying? Like every
It's
single
nice-
thing
it's
you
nice
need.
there.
So it's like we would like take stuff apart, put it together, and like you know what I'm saying. Like we did soldering one time, like where we soldered cables, and like they taught us how to like make an aux cable.
And these
like,
are all
Oh,
like
nice.
with the
important
wires, like
skill
literally
sets
soldered
too.
them, melted them together with like. I still got the equipment in my toolbox at home. Like
That's
that's the
awesome.
crazy part
It
too.
is
Like
awesome, ain't it?
yeah, they gave us a full like toolbox. So I was like, I got all the tools for
Right.
that.
All the a whole kit.
Yeah, it's
Awesome.
wild.
That's awesome. So what I don't know if I can't remember if we talked about it or not, but let's go over it again. Like future or like up and coming projects. What do you got coming up? What are your what are your next few moves?
What's in the plans for SheGo
Mhm,
Turbo?
What's in store? What can the people look forward to?
Definitely plan on dropping tape number 2. I don't think I got a name for it yet, but I definitely got, like I said, I got a few songs already that just
For
just
tape number
finished.
2, do you have a kind of a set date that you want it to drop around, or any idea of when? Or it's still kind of
I wanted it to be by the end of this summer.
by the end of this summer.
I wanted it to be. We gonna see.
Are we recording?
We gonna see.
recording.
We gonna see. I wanted it to be by the end of the summer. We'll see.
Because a lot of
Other than
people don't
that-
know that these tapes, they don't just like, except for the exception of the back and forth, which you guys did in one night, basically. A lot of these tapes, they don't just happen overnight. They take like actual time to, especially to make it cohesive, which I'm pretty sure the second one is going to
yeah.
be super
Yeah,
cohesive.
there's always the difference between just like the stuff that you come up and then
Like
write
just
on
like
the
a
spot, and then the stuff
compilation
that
of
you're trying to
songs.
put more thought.
Is there any features that you can say that are going to be on the possible tape, or any producers? And if so, what producers or features?
No leaks.
Holy
Oh, I thought I almost had one.
not budging. None.
Not budging.
I also wanted to touch up on the fact, because we went over your creative process and how you say you kind of write and not freestyle, but then sometimes you can freestyle. A lot of people kind of shun down the fact that there are ghostwriters in the game. So my question would be, are you interested, or would you like be down to have somebody ghostwrite for you? Or is that something that you just like 100% against?
I don't think I would mind it,
No, right?
just because of the fact that like I would do it for somebody else.
So you would want to be the person ghostwriting.
I wouldn't mind.
Do you have anything against
feel like I would-
ghostwriting
No,
for artists?
I don't.
I feel like you'd be surprised how many songs that are out there now, like
That are ghostwritten.
that. Well, not necessarily. Well, that too, but like there's more than one songwriter accredited to the
Yeah,
song.
it's
like,
like it's actually like a.
That's
its
another
own
thing, too,
you
yeah.
know?
a lot of times producers are accredited with.
Oh, yeah, with writing credits, too?
Songwriting
yeah.
credits, 'cause they
Oh yeah,
just,
I would love to write a song with somebody else. You know what I'm saying? Or like write a song for somebody else. Like I just
Yeah,
feel
I
like
that would be fun.
I always know that like sometimes I can't execute everything that I want to, and it's like I'm completely fine with like passing on the idea and like probably giving
Sharing
it to
it with
somebody,
somebody,
who could
almost like
like
passing it
do
forward.
it better, you know? Because it's
Yeah.
just like it would still make me feel good. Like damn, like you just killed something that I like wrote. You know what I'm saying? It'll probably give me a different sense or a different like you know what I'm saying, make me feel a different type of way that I couldn't translate for myself. So it's crazy. I wouldn't mind it though.
Awesome. So let's before we head out, cause we're about out of battery here. What what is your final message to the people? Just a quick social media. Give a
Exactly.
little drop and just like your last thought. Your final words. Before we get out of here.
Yeah, man. Final drop. Follow SheGo Turbo. That's Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, all that. Follow Safehouse 773. Follow every member under those pages. That's Instagram and Twitter. My message to the people would be consistent as possible. Don't don't let the negative consume you. You know what I'm saying? Like, moments are temporary. You know what I'm saying? Like, don't stay in the moments for too long before that shit become permanent. And just I don't know, have an open mindset. I guess have an open mindset and be okay with failing and like completely tearing something apart and building something new. You don't always gotta like,
Beautiful.
you know, if some shit you see it ain't working, like, it's okay to trash that shit and
Just
restart.
try again as long
You know
as
what
you
I'm saying?
try
There's nothing
again.
wrong with trying again. You don't gotta waste your time. You know what I'm saying? And do what's best for you.
Facts. Awesome. And let's just everyone go around and just drop your social medias and stuff where they can.
Chris LaShawn. You can catch me as Chris LaShawn. That's KrisLeshaun. And I'm all over every social media. You know what I'm saying? Instagram, Twitter, Google, as far as Spotify, YouTube, all that extra stuff. You know what I'm saying? So
Awesome. Let's go. With the
Flip.
colors. There you go.
This one?
Mm-hmm.
Shit, David Silva, DXVID Silva, everywhere. That's the ad handle. I mean, SoundCloud, Spotify, iTunes, Apple Music. I mean, Facebook, everything. DXVID Silva. Just David Silva. You know what I'm saying? Sorry. Big Safehouse shit. You feel me?
Yeah, Twitter, IG, just 9K to go _ that's 9K DAGOAT _ and pretty much, you know, be on some slimy shit. King Slime shit.
Slime
So
shit. Go
rap-
check out all our music too, you know what I'm saying? All streaming platforms, all that. You already know what's going on, man. Shout out to all the Safe House members. Shout out to my boy 710 Cheats, you know what I'm saying?
Shout out to
Man,
everyone.
follow
Shout
his
out to
YouTube
710
channel,
Cheats.
punk ass.
Thank you guys for
Shout out my
joining
boy
in.
Baby Sancho, you know what I'm
it
saying?
is.
Dropping once we get 2K. Follow. Or
Shout out my
subs.
girl Lorelli, because you know.
Of course.
Shout out Chris. He's home.
Hey, yo, Chris Home.
Hey, Chris Home.
Shout out.
Hey, mic drop, Chris Home.
Hey,